human rights at the national level of authorities and administrative bodies in the state, and it receives and investigates complaints from the individuals or groups. The MOU between two commissions is a pioneer step. The activation plan of MOU may be the effective measure to enhance the bilateral cooperation in order to protect and promote the rights of the migrant workers. To begin this August gathering, may I request Honorable Anubra Sharma, Chairperson of National Human Rights Commission, Nepal, to chair the event. We feel very privileged and happy to have the presence of His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Shamikh Al-Mari, Chairperson of National Human Rights Committee of Qatar, as our special guest, and I request His Excellency to join Honorable Chairperson on the dais, please. It gives us immense pleasure to witness the presence of esteemed dignitaries here with us in this particular event. We have the presence of Honorable Chairperson of Social Justice and Human Rights Committee of Legislative Parliament, Honorable Chairperson of International Labour Affairs Committee of Legislative Parliament, Honorable Member of National Human Rights Commission, Nepal, His Excellencies, Ambassadors and representatives of different diplomatic missions in Nepal, Secretary of National Human Rights Commission, Nepal, Secretary, Joint Secretary and representatives of different ministries of governments of Nepal, distinguished head of delegates of different UN missions and development parties in Nepal, General Secretary of SACTU, representatives of Nepal Police, Nepal Army and Armed Police Force, Chairperson of National Nepal Trade Union, Chairperson of Nepal Bar Association, NGO representatives, Chairperson of National Association of Foreign Employment, agencies and other private sectors, media persons, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Without taking much ado, ladies and gentlemen, may I now request you to rise to join in the singing of the national anthem of Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal, which will be followed by the national anthem of the state of Qatar.
कोटि सम्पदाको आचला वीरहरू कराधताले स्वतन्त्र आचला ज्ञान भूमि शान्ति भूमि तराई पहाड हिमाल अखण्ड यो प्यारो हाम्रो मातृभूमि नेपाल बहु जाति भाषा धर्म संस्कृति छन् विशाल अग्रगामी राष्ट्र हाम्रो जय जय
Honorable Commissioner Subir Pathak to deliver his welcome remarks.
Chair of the program, Honorable Chair of National Human Rights Commission of Nepal, Justice Anupraj Sharma, Chair of the NHRC Qatar, Excellency Dr. Ali bin Sami Al Mari. It's our immense pleasure to welcome His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Sami Al Mari, Chairman of National Human Rights Committee of Qatar, and other delegates in Himalayan country Nepal. I will also like to welcome Honorable Chairperson of the Social Justice and Human Rights Committee of Legislative Parliament of Nepal, Honorable Chairperson of the International Labour Affairs Committee of Legislative Parliament of Nepal, Honorable Attorney General of Nepal, His Excellencies, Ambassador and representatives of different diplomatic missions in Nepal, Secretaries, Joint Secretary and different Ministry of Government of Nepal, district delegates, head of the delegates of different UN mission and development partners, Secretary, office from the different Secretary, Authority, Chairperson of Nepal Bar Association, Chairperson of Trade Unions of Nepal, Chairperson of different professional organizations, NGOs, representatives, Chairperson of National Association of Foreign Employment Agency and other private sector, media persons, security persons, distinguished guests, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I strongly believe that effort of the both commission will reform and widely protect the rights of migrant workers. The MOU between two commissions was signed on 14 November 2015. This may be a pioneer step among the NHRIs in order to protect the rights of the migrant worker. The activation plan MOU will be the effective measure for the enhance the cooperation of the rights of migrant workers. The MOU and its activity plan may be the effective measure towards the protection and promotion of the rights of the migrant worker. Once again, I would like to thank Dr. Ali and his delegates being here. I would like to thank to all the dignitaries for the providing us a valuable time for this event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Pathak, for your welcome remarks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure all of you have the copy of MOU with you all, and I'm sure you must have gone through the purposes and scopes regarding the MOU. But once again, let me take this pleasure in reading it out, the purpose and scopes of MOU, which have been inked in this particular paper. This MOU is intended to regulate and facilitate the relation between NHRCQ and NHRCN with the aim of fostering close collaborations, exchange of information, bilateral communication relating to the complaints for the protection of rights of the migrant workers. The present MOU may be supplemented in due course by additional protocols, guidelines, procedures, and essential measures governing bilateral cooperation for domestic and international arena. Both parties have joined their efforts within their legal mandate to advance Nepalese workers' rights in the state of Qatar and in other interested countries in building the organizational capacity of the parties and institutions working on behalf of migrant workers' rights, and engage in educating the two components of foreign labor relations, employers and workers, and by providing consultation and training services, technical assistance with a particular focus on protection and promotion of rights of migrant workers, including domestic workers. So this happens to be the purpose and scope of MOU, which is being signed in this particular event at this point of time. So we are now proceeding towards the signing ceremony. So I request our volunteers to come up with the signing paper on the dais, please. So the MOU is ready. So I take this pleasure in requesting His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Shamik Al Mari, Chairman of National Human Rights Committee of Qatar, and Honorable Anupraj Sharma, Chairperson of National Human Rights Commission Nepal, to ink the memorandum and kindly exchange them later. Thank you very much. Thank you. So as mentioned earlier, the MOU between two Commission is a pioneer step. The activation plan of MOU may be the effective measure to enhance the bilateral cooperation in order to protect and promote the rights of the migrant workers. So distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at this point of time, may I now request His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Shamik Al-Mari, Chairperson of National Human Rights Committee, Qatar, for his remarks.
Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, on occasion of the approval of the developed action plan for the activation of Memorandum of Understanding signed in November 2015 between National Human Rights Committee in Qatar and National Human Rights Committee in Nepal, I would like to commend a strong partnership between both institutions with the aim to promote cooperation, exchange information, effort of protection and the promotion of migrant workers' rights. Protection workers' rights share responsibility between labor exporting and importing countries, promoting and protecting workers' rights can be achieved through effective partnership between national human rights institutions in the framework developing national plans that help prevent violation. Every year, Qatar receives a large number of migrant workers to meet the needs of development plan and the projects. In recent years, Qatar has made great effort to develop legislation and national mechanisms to promote and protect workers' rights, including but not limited to issuance the law number 21 of 2015, regulating of entry, exit, and visiting of expatriates, which was followed by the abolishment the sponsorship system, and application a new law regulating the relationship between employees and employee through contracts on December 13, 2016. For the proposed implementation of the new law, Ministry of Interior has set up a new committee to look into the grievances of the ex-partner with the four numbers, two from Ministry of Interior and one from Labour Ministry and one from National Human Rights Committee. Protecting of workers' rights falls within national vision has been based on change the aim of improve overall situation in human rights, especially workers' rights, through developing a strategic plan and programs with the short and medium and long-term framework. Noting the fact that the change normally does not happen suddenly, but it takes time. The National Human Rights in Qatar, since the establishment, carry out many programs, activities in cooperation with the ministries and institution government and the authority and civil society to promote and protection the migrant workers' rights. At the same time, the National Human Rights Committee has opened community offices to facilitate and receive the complaints from all the migrant workers in Qatar. And they already established the committee, the office for Nepal community, to receive and facilitate any issue related to the rights of migrant workers. The National Human Rights Committee has established many partnerships and signed several agreements with the national institutions, regional and international organizations concerned with the protection and the promotion of the human rights workers. It has also developed a plan to raise capacity government and non-government bodies addressing international, regional and national criteria to mechanism to protect workers and promote their rights. Once again, I would like to extend thanks to gratitude National Human Rights Committee of Nepal for its ongoing cooperation to effect proper for the strong partnership between our committee and their committee. Thank you very much, your chairman, and thank you very much.
I'm sure all of you are with me in thanking His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Shamek Al-Mari, the chairperson of National Human Rights Committee Qatar, for his remarks. With a gratitude from our part, we are now moving towards the presentation of token of love to our esteemed guests. So we request Honorable Chairperson of National Human Rights Commission Nepal to present token of love to His Excellency Chairperson of National Human Rights Committee of Qatar. This is a small gesture of love, respect from all the Nepalese people to His Excellency. We also have the gracious presence of esteemed guests from the National Human Rights Committee of Qatar. May I call upon Mr. Saad Ali Abdullah, Acting Director, Head of International Cooperation Department, to receive the token of love from our Honorable Chairperson. We also would like to call upon Mr. Naif Ali Shamari, Head of Reception and Registration Section, Legal Affairs Department. He's the one. Thank you, sir. Can we have Mr. Syed Ajian, Legal Researcher of Chairman's Office? We also would like to request Mr. Saad Al Abdullah. Is he around? No? Okay. But still, we still love him. Thank you very much for all the support to the Nepalese. Thank you very much. Thank you. So this almost brings us to the end of today's corporate event, the signing ceremony. So finally, may I request Honorable Chairperson of National Human Rights Commission and the Chairperson for this event, Honorable Sharma, for his remarks along with vote of thanks.
Honorable Chairperson of Social Justice and Human Rights Committee of the Legislative Parliament, Honorable Chairperson of the International Legal Affairs Committee of the Legislative Parliament, Honorable Member of the National Human Rights Commission of Nepal, His Excellency Ambassador and representative of different diplomatic missions, Secretary and Joint Secretary of different ministries of Government of Nepal, distinguished head of the delegates of different development partners in Nepal, security officials from different security authorities, Chairperson of Trade Union of Nepal, Chairperson of Nepal Bar Association, Chairperson of National Association of Foreign Employment Agencies, Chairperson of different professional associations, Chairperson of National Network for Safe Migration and other non-government actors, media persons, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I warmly welcome Chairperson of Human Rights Committee of Qatar, my friend His Excellency Dr. Ali, and members of the delegates for visiting Nepal at the invitation of National Human Rights Commission. Today, on the occasion of International Migrants Day, I extend my wishes to all migrant workers around the world for the protection of their human rights. At the same time, I sincerely appeal that all the stakeholders play their role collectively for the protection of the rights of our migrant workers. Fortunately, today is also the National Day of Qatar, and on this occasion I hereby congratulate and extend my hearty wishes to all Qatari nationals in Nepal and the Chairperson of National Human Rights Committee of Qatar, who is present here with us today, and members of the delegates, His Excellency Ambassador of Qatar and the Embassy family. A 10-point bilateral MOU was signed last year on the 16th of November 2015 at the report of National Human Rights Committee Qatar for the protection of the human rights of Qatar-based countries, migrant workers, and Qatari nationals in Nepal. Today, we both the parties, upon preparing the 11-point joint activation plan, have signed the MOU by exchanging the bilateral proposition as per the provisions set forth in the 6th of the MOU. I am hopeful that this activation plan will be a vital document to facilitate full support in implementing the provisions in the MOU. In this concern, National Human Rights Commission of Nepal has accomplished the MOU between South Korea in 2010 for a period of 3 years for the protection of the rights of Nepalese migrant workers. Subsequently, with regard to the protection of the rights of migrant workers, Qatar is the second country to sign the bilateral MOU with NHRC. While South Korea was the first country to have such MOU signed with NHRC, Nepal, Qatar being one of the destination countries for the Nepalese migrant workers for foreign employment. Therefore, the signing of MOU is significantly contextual. In this regard, National Human Rights Committee Qatar not only oversees the protection of the rights of Nepalese migrant workers, but it has also been providing service via community health care established in its own office. We can take such an individual as a good practice. While the National Human Rights Institutions work for the protection of human rights of migrant workers, such a good practice as signing of MOU and its implementation plan can be taken as exemplary history. NHRC Nepal wishes that such an MOU will assume the visit destination countries, especially in Middle East, where the Nepalese migrant workers are based. And I sincerely request His Excellency ambassadors of those countries to extend their support and facility to have this endeavor happen. I firmly believe that such a practice will enhance the bilateral relation and understanding furthermore. In this concern, it is inevitable that bilateral labor agreement between Nepal and other destination countries is very much necessary, and such as the MOU between these countries will be, by and large, a great support to facilitate the government of the both signatory parties for the management of the migrant workers in the countries where the labor agreement has already been established. Approach the activities to be assumed as per the MOU and its implementation plan. I express my commitment that the Commission will frame the work plan and implement it gradually. For this, I expect the support and cooperation from the government of Nepal, private sector, foreign employment recruiting agencies, private institutions associated with this group, NGOs, development partners, media personnel, including other stakeholders. For this purpose, a focal person has been dedicated for the implementation of MOU upon signing, while two in-house officers have been dedicated to perform their duties as a migrant help established under the preview of the Commission. At the same time, the specified thematic officers have spearheaded their work in each regional and sub-regional offices of the Commission throughout Nepal. As emphasized, I am confident that relations between both the Commissions will be more enhanced, and NHRC Qatar will extend more support for the protection of the human rights of Qatar's Nepalese migrant workers in the days ahead. I am hopeful that this MOU will prove to be a breakthrough to extend support to the Nepalese embassy in Qatar for settlement of the grievances of the Nepalese migrant workers. Last but not least, I heartily thank the chairperson of NHRC Qatar and my friend Dr. Ali for accepting the invitation of the Commission. I would also like to heartily thank the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Government of Nepal for continued support and coordination. Similarly, I thank Solidarity Center, South Asian Regional Trade Union Council, and Swatantra Abhiyan Nepal for the support extended to us. I would like to thank Honorable Commissioners, Secretary, Focal Persons, Kamal Thapa Chhetri, and staff members of the Commission for making this program successful. And finally, before I wind up my speech here, I heartily thank all the guests for sparing their precious time to be part of the program. Thank you.